that was a healthy record that was busted today. You can see the rest of the state, though, really cooled on off. We topped out at 60 degrees. Dallas, which was in the 90s for the midweek time frame, dropped into the 50s. So the effects of that cool front has been felt throughout the entire state. Quick look at the snapshot from above from the last 24 hours. You can see we were in clouds. We broke out through the day. Then throughout the evening hours, we saw a little bit more clouds come on in, and underneath those clouds there were a few light sprinkles, nothing showing up right now. A weak trough coming in through the lee slopes of the Rockies. That'll be trying to push on through, but it won't do much to us for the next 24 hours. 46 currently outside, 30s up into Kansas, 34 in Denver, and behind me underneath some rain showers, 51 in Fort Worth area and 41 in Little Rock. Here's the outlook now overnight tonight. A cool front will show its face up in northern Colorado. And this cool front may put our warm-up on hold on Saturday. Right now we'll be on the optimistic side of things and think that we'll just see a glancing blow of that cool front tomorrow night into Saturday morning with a very quick warm-up. Speaking of mornings, right at that freezing degree mark for your morning drive. 46 outside right now, a few high clouds, east wind rather moderate, but not too bad of an evening. I'll tell you more about our weekend outlook right after this.
Mr. Farmer, Buck's Engine Company invites you to come see their
facts in the world. Guess who you should call?
true Chevy 290.
Across the country. This little swirl through the Great Lakes area is bringing some snows up through northern Maine, anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of rain of snow up in northern Maine. But elsewhere across the country, really, winter is hard to find. We have a frontal system again that sagged to our south yesterday, and it's now hugging the Gulf Coast, bringing some moisture up and over that for the lower Mississippi River Valley. We just have a little disturbance coming over the area right now. That's what gave us the increasing high clouds late this afternoon through the evening hours, and a few sprinkles were reported underneath those, but that has dissipated. Up to our north, another little disturbance coming out of the northern Rockies, and this will help force this cool front down towards us. Again, it'll stay away for a good part of tomorrow, but it will bring some cooler temperatures. But right now, not too bad of an evening for the first few days of March, still up into the 30s for the central plains, and we're still hanging into the 40s of warm air again out in the Gulf. Tomorrow, that front up north will plunge through the central United States, and again, that's what we will be concerned with for the next 24, 36 hours. Again, maybe putting our warm-up on hold on Saturday, but for tomorrow, it looks like we'll be in the high 50s, low 60s, about a seasonal high, which is 62 degrees. Tomorrow night, we'll look for that front to sneak on through and cool us down again on Saturday morning. Morning lows a little bit nippy, high 20s for the northern areas. Here in the city around 30, and even Lamesa and Seminole will touch that freezing degree mark. And tomorrow highs back up into the high 50s and lower 60s, maybe even the mid 60s down in Seminole. Here's the outlook now for tonight. Just a few passing clouds with that disturbance. It will be cold, but a seasonal chill in the air with lows in the high 20s and low 30s. A fantastic Friday to end the work week. Tomorrow we'll start with a south-southwest wind, but by afternoon it looks like they'll shift to the north. Here's the 5-day temperatures, and again, not too bad of an outlook through the weekend. We'll warm it up on Saturday, playing the optimistic guy here, but 65 might be a little too high, but I think still will at least hit the low 60s. And the big warm-up, nonetheless, will be on Sunday and Monday. As a big major storm develops over the central and southern Rockies, it will get windy, and you see that little dusty word there on Monday, and maybe even some thunderstorms.
Let's just wait on that.
Yes.
Enjoy the next couple of days.
Enough dust, yes.
All right, Don, thank you very much.
Okay.
In economic news tonight, February has turned out to be another tight month for consumer spending. The nation's leading retailers report today sluggish sales during February, resulting from consumer fears about the Persian Gulf War and the recession. Not only were consumers keeping a tight hold on their money, so was the Federal Reserve Board. The board reported today the nation's money supply was down by $2.7 billion during the week that ended February 25th. The stock market reacted predictably to the news, closing down today. The Dow Jones average dropped almost 10 points. Trading volume was active, however, at 197 million shares. April gold was up $1, May cotton down 50 cents, and April crude down 31 cents. Next on the update, 2 reports on arrest. The Los Angeles arrest that turned brutal And here in Lubbock, a series of arrests of local drug suspects. The news returns. Stay with us.
Store-wide, there's no money down and no payment till July. Come see this latest edition bedroom sale with store-wide savings at Spears Furniture. It's simply the best.
Passports. Where will you be staying?
Well, we're not quite sure yet.
Guards. Haven't they heard about the Plaza Passport weekend at Lubbock Plaza?
And who could pass up a deal like the Lubbock Plaza offers with golf, tennis, dining, dancing, and all for $59 a couple?
Passports. Where will you be staying?
Lubbock Plaza for the Plaza Passport weekend.
And where do you plan to stay this weekend?
After months of investigating, Lubbock police today hit the streets looking for suspected drug dealers. With 79 indictments and more than 60 warrants in hand, officers started the roundup. This afternoon, Lubbock police were cracking down on suspected drug dealers. Officers involved called the roundup one of the largest of its kind here in Lubbock.
Most of them are street-level dealers. We do have a few that are one notch above street level.
Lubbock police officers are looking for 68 suspects, mainly crack dealers.
These people tend not to stay in one place at the same time. So a lot of the addresses we have is places where they actually do their business and not necessarily the place where they sleep.
Police detectives working this bus tell me this 1000 block of David is one of the main areas where a lot of dealing is done. The raid here on Lubbock's east side results in more onlookers than arrest. Officers at the scene tell me that's not surprising. At our next stop, more questions, an occasional search, but no arrest.
I'll be happy with 50%. The initial sweep will bring in most of them. Beyond that, it'll probably be a hit-and-miss deal. Eventually, of course, all of them will be captured.
Officers will continue to track down suspected dealers not picked up this afternoon. Lubbock's DA, Travis Ware, whose office is involved in the roundup, has a warning for drug dealers.
We don't like dope pushers in this county, and we're going to do everything we can to bust them.
Now, as of this hour, 38 suspects are in custody. In today's raid, 2 cars, a small amount of drugs, and $4,000 in cash were seized. The chief of police in Los Angeles wants felony charges filed against 3 officers involved in the videotaped beating of a man. The tape shows the officers repeatedly kicking, clubbing, and stomping the man as he curled up on the ground. Chief Darrell Gates says there is no evidence the attack is racially motivated, and he intends to act quickly against the officers involved.
We will today, or tomorrow morning at the latest, request the district attorney of this county to file criminal charges against 3 of our officers. We believe those will be felony charges, and we will work with the district attorney to determine precisely what the appropriate charges ought to be.
Another development in the beating incident, police wanted to charge the beaten man Rodney King with resisting arrest. The district attorney has refused to file that charge. Updating health news, we here at KAMC have been pleased at the overwhelming response to our Project CO. But it turns out that other dangerous gases can build up not only in our homes, but also in our offices. KAMC's Dr. Mel Schreiber has the details, starting with the gas both dangerous and beneficial.
Traffic, one of the reasons there's ozone in the air. Well, guess what? This little machine helps make it too. So does this one. If you work in an office, you're exposed to that ozone. The question is, how much?
I'm not sure anybody's ever measured how much those things produce. I mean, in fact, I've smelled it being around them. Most rooms, though, with ventilation and stuff will dilute it out fairly rapidly.
Dr. Ed Postlethwaite studies ozone and another toxic chemical, nitrogen dioxide, which comes from open gas flames, cigarettes, and even some water heaters. So you can be exposed to these chemicals in your home as well as your office. But how harmful are they?
Human health effects from low-dose, long-term exposures have not been clearly delineated. We still do not know whether or not we have a lot of worrying to do.
That's what he's trying to find out. How much ozone or nitrogen dioxide it takes to cause lung diseases like emphysema, and whether long-term exposure affects lung development in children. A good number of animal studies have already been done on the subject. Dr. Postlethwaite hopes his work will translate that information more accurately into human terms. To the best of our current knowledge, you're not at risk. The question is that knowledge enough? Ed Postlethwaite wants to make sure. We'll keep you posted. From the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston, I'm Dr. Mel Schreiber.
Coming up in sports, Texas Tech opens the Southwest Conference men's tournament with Texas A&M tonight in Dallas. And the Tech women win the biggest game in the history of their program. Bill's in next.
What makes Dental America different?
At Dental America, our philosophy is we want all our patients to keep all their teeth for the rest of their lives. We're very preventive-oriented. However, we're also very sensitive to serving the needs of people who wear dentures. In order to better serve them, we offer unique same-day service as well as same-day relines and repairs at affordable prices. At Dental America, we are people who genuinely care about people who wear dentures, and we have the experience to serve their needs well.
Dental America, making excellence affordable.
How much would you pay for a McDonald's hamburger?
I think about $1.49 to $2.29.
Right now, I'd give my eye teeth.
$1. McDonald's announces some big changes.
Like what?
From now on, you can get our original hamburger for just 49 cents.
All right.
Our delicious cheeseburger's just 59 cents.
Oh, I like cheese.
And McDonald's sausage biscuit is just 69 cents.
Great deal.
Real deal.
New lower prices mean you'll love the change at McDonald's.
Is it true? Really true?
A couple of cotton bolls doesn't look like much of a loss, does it? But multiply it by every plant on every acre of your farm. And here's what the loss of a couple of early bolls really looks like. So if you want to hold on to more of these, get hold of one of these. Picks helps you hold on to more early bolls.
Want to save thousands? Pioneer Nissan makes it easy during Pickup Jamboree. We've rounded up 100 of the best pickup values Lubbock's ever seen. 91 hardbodies start at $72.95. With the most powerful four-cylinder in its class, only $72.95. The value continues with rugged 4x4s starting at $99.95. $99.95 including chrome wheels. Don't miss the savings during Pickup Jamboree at Pioneer Nissan in Lubbock. There's more. 91 stanzas are slashed to $10,495. Hurry!
All aboard for the Plains Rail Expo Saturday, March 9th from 9 till 6 and Sunday, March 10th from 10 till 5. You'll see 7 amazing operating layouts. Talk with various model railroad-related dealers. There'll be informative clinics and special events. Bring your own models and compete in the modeling contest. General admission is $3, $1 for students, and $5 for contest and clinics. The Plains Rail Expo, March 9th and 10th in the Texas Tech University Center Ballroom. Presented by Lubbock Model Railroad Association in cooperation with the Art Department of Texas Tech.
Bill Seitzer joins us now. You got to start sometime, don't you?
Boy, isn't that the truth? That's the best thing they probably said before they went out on the court tonight. We've said it so many times, though, we can't say it anymore after tonight. Starting the night, a Texas Tech women's basketball team had never, ever beaten a Texas team, not in 37 tries. Usually, it doesn't sound good to beat 1 in 37, but it sure does sound beautiful tonight for the Tech Lady Raiders in Dallas, because the Lady Longhorns had never lost a game in a Southwest Conference tournament. Jody Conrad feels what it feels like tonight to lose one in Dallas. Krista Kirkland with the drive. She had 8 points. Texas Tech is tied up 28-28 at half. Everybody fired up, of course. Vicki Hall, though, good shooting night for the Lady Horns. She had 20 points in this ballgame. Really hurt Tech. They were down by 4 points in the second half before Coach Sharp got on, well, the referees and other people as well. It came down to a battle of the big girls. Sinitra Henderson had 18 points on the inside for the Lady Horns. Jennifer Buck, 19 points on the inside for Texas Tech as she follows her own miss with the 3-point play. Everybody hoping that Texas Tech could hold on as they had an 8-point lead with about 2 minutes left in the ball game. Here is how it ended with Texas Tech up by 4 points. Texas had the ball.
Basically over. Here comes Campbell.
Texas took too much time in the backcourt.
Hall for 3, and okay, but it's over because they do not have to butt the ball in.
Texas gets the bucket, but who cares? Texas Tech gets the win. 63-61. It's the first time that Texas Tech and Marcia Sharp has ever beaten a Texas Lady Longhorns team, but they finally did it tonight. Texas Tech beats Texas.
I've said all along that, that's the tough part about tournament play, trying to beat someone for the 3rd time, and always before we've fallen a little bit short, but finally not tonight.
Ever since I was a freshman, all I'd heard is, oh, we want to beat Texas. Everybody wants to beat Texas. And we finally did it, and we're so excited.
It feels really good because, we came out and we knew we had to play them hard, and we knew this would be our last chance this year to play them. And for the seniors going out, this is one thing they wanted to do before they graduated, and we came out and we accomplished our goal.
Tech will play Arkansas in the championship game. They took on a very scrappy Houston club tonight. Sally Moore with the points in the paint, but it came down to an overtime contest. Delmonica Delhorny would have to send the game to overtime with the rebound and the follow shot, but in overtime, Arkansas just final with Houston now, 83-77. The Lady Backs win it. So Tech will play in the tournament final again. This time, it's not against Texas, of course, it's against Arkansas. Game time is 1:30 in Reunion Arena on Saturday, and I think I just might go myself. The Red Raider men have an uphill battle to make the tournament final. In fact, that hill is so steep it makes Mount Everest look like a molehill. Taking on Texas A&M tonight just to get the right to play Arkansas tomorrow. Tech comes out in Kermit Davis's club. Well, they're wondering, is their coach going to be back next year? Report in the Houston Chronicle says today that Kermit will not be back. He'll get fired at the beginning of next week. Team playing pretty well without him, though. Brooks are playing with him on the bench tonight. Brooks Thompson with the points on the runner. 23-23 at half, thanks mostly in part to Steve Miles with some good paints. And you see the points there, 45-33, Texas A&M leading Texas Tech. It looks like Texas Tech's season may come to an end tonight, and A&M may play Arkansas tomorrow at 7 o'clock. One other college basketball note to pass along. The Wayland Baptist Flying Queens win their first game at the NAIA Championship Tournament in Jackson, Tennessee. WBU beats Point Loma Nazarene of San Diego today, 74-69. The Queen's Christy Ramos had 17 points to lead her team. The Dallas Mavericks show up in Houston's Summit tonight, and they were in slow motion, but not quite that slow. Roll it. Well, we couldn't roll it. We went to the Spurs. What the heck? We'll see Sean Elliott with the nice points on the turnaround, and the final in this one is San Antonio a winner over New Jersey. Do we have that score? I take it we don't, but San Antonio was a winner tonight anyway over New Jersey at home. Let's just forget about the Dallas and the Rockets because we don't have that, but I can tell you that Houston was a winner over the Mavericks tonight, and they actually did play. They weren't frozen the whole time down in the Summit, and Dallas loses tonight to Houston in the Summit. We'll have that and other scores coming up for you on the scoreboard. Here in town, the LISD baseball tournament opens at Lowry Field and O'Banion Field today. We'll start in West Lubbock, where Lubbock High's game went south against Coronado. The big bats were out for John Dudley's team. Before it got too dark in this ball game, I guess we don't have the highlight for you, but it was 13-4 the final. I do have that score. Coronado a winner over Lubbock High tonight. And a much closer game at Lowry Field, where former Plainsman Steve Coleman brought in his new-look Friendship Tigers. Used to play for the Plainsmen, now he coaches for Friendship, of course, and in the first inning, Tony Gonzalez lets the ball go just past him there. The Brad Cade, the former quarterback for Friendship, comes in to score the first run of the game, and Monterey made it close, but they lose it by a run. 6-5 the final in this one. Friendship a winner over Monterey. The Tigers grab Bobby Magel's team by the tail. Finally tonight, our best wishes go out to Tech long jumper Tony Walton. He's trying to become the only national champion ever in school history. Walton had already won the Southwest Conference indoor long jump title, and he's off to Indianapolis to jump in the NCAA meet tomorrow. He may just be the man to beat.
He is just 3 inches in front of me, and the guy in second, Deion Bentley from Florida, he's out because of a knee operation. But it doesn't matter. That's all just on paper. When it gets down to it, it's going to be whoever can jump the furthest that day.
We'll keep you updated tomorrow as Tony jumps in competition in Indiana. That is it for sports. The scoreboard is next, and Byron is back in shortly to wrap up the news.
Rent now and pay later at Mullins TV. Right now, get a console TV for as low as $9.95 a week, a VCR for as low as $7.95 a week, and a portable TV for as low as $5.95 a week. Use Mullins for easy rent-to-own steps. No down payment, no deposit, first week rent-free, and free delivery. Call Mullins TV.
Now in stock at your West Texas GMC truck team, a special allotment of new 91 extended cab Sierra pickups from GMC Truck. Extended cab convenience, full-size payload, huge selection. Get down to business in GMC Truck Sierra Sport Side pickup. 4.3-liter power, 23 miles per gallon and more. Or drive the best truck value in Texas, 91 Suburban from GMC Truck. At $500 cash back now. See Gary Ritter's Motorplex, John Rowley, City Auto, McGavick, or Max, GMC Truck.
A change is coming, service good. Happening all over my neighborhood. Now that you deliver, gonna do it I should. Gonna make a change good.
During the Final Four, Pizza Hut delivers the new MVP pizza, loaded with 4 great toppings for $7.99 and a second for just $4 more.
Now that you deliver, gonna change good. Pizza Hut is making it great.
Call the Lubbock Metro Pizza Hotline, 797-3333.
Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday at Phil Martin's in Levelland. Every new and used car and truck will be marked down for a special 4-day sale. Chevrolet cars and trucks, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and Buick, they're all on sale. Plus, you get up to $1,000 in rebates to use however you want. If you're even thinking about a new or used car or truck, shop this Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday in Levelland at Phil Martin's 4-day sale.
Braze Cleaners and Furriers, with over 60 years of service to the South Plains and eastern New Mexico, announces the Braze 6 for $10.99 special. Right now at all 4 Braze Cleaners locations, bring in 6 garments and pay only $10.99. That's right, clean 6 garments for $10.99. Braze Cleaners and Furriers, with 4 locations to serve you.
Well, people across the South Plains are still celebrating the military success in the Gulf War. The Daughters of the American Revolution today honored a captain at Reese Air Force Base as an outstanding instructor. Captain Michael Weldon helped train many of the U.S. pilots who did well in the Persian Gulf. Captain Weldon says he's proud of the way the pilots performed. Honoring the troops tonight also took the form of a spaghetti dinner. McKenzie Junior High put together a dinner and patriotic program. The event had a dual purpose of raising about $1,500 for school projects. We can spare a little time to talk one more time with meteorologist Don Morelli about the forecast. Donnie?
Oh, that looks good. That's my kind of meal, Italian.
Well, Morelli and spaghetti, it goes together, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And looks like things will get together for a pretty nice weekend, although it will be a little chilly in the mornings especially. Tomorrow morning and Saturday morning with even some high 20s in some sections. But we'll manage to get into the low 60s tomorrow, and as I mentioned, the weathercast might be a little optimistic on Saturday, but It's looking pretty nice.
Well, we like you to be that way, don't we?
Yes. After this week.
We'll see. Finally tonight, one Texan who's not getting older, she's getting better. Maggie Thompson from Bastrop is a mere 113 years young today. She is one of the world's oldest living people. She celebrated her day with family and friends at a Bastrop restaurant, and the day's official proclamations included one